This is MLL Radio, your home for Major League Lacrosse.
The Cannons need a 2 to tie it with 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rochester holding on to a 14-12 lead. Cannons get the possession off of Rochester, running out to shot clock. Brent Adams able to carry it over midfield before the team calls timeout. Now the Cannons have no shot clock, 46 seconds left in regulation. They need a 2 to send this game into overtime. We've already seen a crazy 2 in this game. Now Adams has it at the very top of the 2-point arc. He shoots not for a 2 and it bounces out of bounds. And it looks like Rochester will get it off of the turnover. Rochester was the closest to it. Adams tries to get a shot. He streaks across the 2-point arc, bounces it very wide. Boston nowhere near it. And now Rochester gets to clear. Will presumably run out the clock. 26 seconds left. Pass over the head of Jordan Wolf. Fiorito trying to get there as well. Now Wolf is doubled. Just 16 seconds left. Boston not able to get near anyone on Rochester. Denoff has it in the near corner. Pellegrino and Belisle are both on him. Merrll there now too. Pellegrino down on the field. Belisle trying to get the turnover. And a shot clock or a whistle blows. They do get the turnover. Mitch Belisle has it though in the far end zone. Goes all the way across and it scores! We thought there was a weird goal earlier by Brodie Merrill, but Brodie Merrill from as far away as you can get in the far corner. Bounces it past John Galloway, who was sitting in his crease. And we're going to overtime.
Oh my goodness! Brodie Merrill with a Hail Mary from out of nowhere, and they're counting it.
There were just 3 seconds left on the clock. They're showing the replay now. It's just incredibly hard to believe. As Brodie Merrill gets it past Galloway. Somehow Galloway was sitting in his crease ready for it just in case. You see those shots at the end of quarters all the time. Just bounce wide. And we're going to overtime now.
Folks, you're seeing that on SportsCenter later tonight. I do not know what other words can describe what just happened here in Harvard Stadium, but Brodie Merrill single-handedly brought the Cannons back into this game. And honestly, if they didn't count the previous goal that was credited to Brodie Merrill as a 2-pointer, we wouldn't even be talking about that goal sending this one to overtime. And yet, the Cannons still in this game, and honestly, about to probably win a game against Rochester that they may or may not have deserved.
It's unbelievable loss for words completely, as Brodie Merrill already once in this game able to tie it. And now he sends it to overtime for the Boston Cannons. We're 2.5 minutes away from the overtime period now. We'll throw it to a break and be back for it. Brodie Merrill making history here for the Boston Cannons tonight.
This is MLL Radio, your home for Major League Lacrosse.
Mundorf on the dive. He scores.
ShopMLL.com is your destination for officially licensed Major League Lacrosse apparel. Get all your MLL team hats, t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more at ShopMLL.com.
This is Jordan Burke from Boston Cannons, and you're listening to MLL Radio.
You're listening to MLL Radio on TuneIn, powered by Backbone.
Back here at Harvard Stadium, we're still trying to wrap our heads around what just happened. And Brodie Merrill was about 100 yards away. The shot came from the far end zone. And now overtime underway. The Cannons win the faceoff. Pellegrino got it. And he passes off to Joe Nardella. Cannons call timeout with the possession. Still just trying to digest how we're here in this game right now because, James, as you mentioned, we're going to see that on SportsCenter, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Any show, they're probably going to show that on Lac Sports Network for probably the duration of the season. It was just one of the most beautiful things that we've seen here in Harvard Stadium, and I don't believe there's been a Hail Mary pass here in Cambridge and Harvard Stadium throughout the entire football season And now all of a sudden, Brodie Merrill from the end zone all the way across the field, about 90 yards deep, slots that in. I'm going to be honest with you. I was calling my lift out of here the second that clock ticked down to 3 seconds, and then all of a sudden that happened. So I'm guessing I'm going to cancel. Who is this guy again? Najee? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to have to cancel that ride.
What's unbelievable?
We're in overtime.
What's unbelievable is John Galloway was in the crease. He was right there. And it bounced past him as if it was a shot from the 2-point line or even closer. And Brodie Merrill, he doesn't score very many goals at all. We've seen a few long pole goals in this game, period. We've seen Joel White, Brodie Merrill, who got his goal on the deflection, of course, as well. But that might be one of the most incredible goals we'll see this season from any player on any team. And we've seen a few beautiful goals tonight as well from Will Manny. His goal is one-handed goal. Jordan Wolf from behind the net a few times. But we're not going to see anything quite like that again.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've probably heard a call that probably won't ever be heard here as Rochester gets it back from the Cannons.
Rochester gets the turnover. And Jordan Wolf will have it behind the net. And now another timeout on the field. Tie game here in overtime. 9:44 to go in the overtime period. We'll be right back for the sudden death overtime.
Listening to MLL Radio on TuneIn, powered by Backbone.
Looking to be the hero. In front there. Wow! He fires and scores! The Long Island Wizards choking their joy. Victory in 2003. A national championship, if you will, for the Toronto Nationals. The champions are from Chesapeake. You can believe in the Bayhawk dynasty.
Who will be next? The 2014 MLL Championship Game, August 23rd, Kennesaw, Georgia. Get your tickets today.
Mundorf on the dive. He scores.
ShopMLL.com is your destination for officially licensed Major League Lacrosse apparel. Get all your MLL team hats, t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more at ShopMLL.com.
Hi, this is Brendan Mundorf of the Denver Outlaws, and you're listening to MLL Radio.
This is MLL Radio, your home for Major League Lacrosse.
Overtime at Harvard Stadium. The Rochester Rattlers with a possession. Jordan Wolf from behind the net holds on to it. Pass over to Ned Crotty. Back behind the net for Wolf. Wolf trying to find an opening in front of the net. Orban looked open for a moment. Now Wolf gets there. Wolf, he shoots. Deflection off of Fiorito. Boston picks it up. Heavy pressure from McIntosh behind the net. Over Ryan Izzo gets it, tries to get up the field. And he peels back and gives it off to Fiorito. Boston looking for its second possession of the overtime now. They called timeout right away last time. Weren't able to get anything off of it. Now Hawkins goes through a gauntlet to get across midfield with a pass over to Adams. Boston coming off of a back-to-back here as well, now facing overtime. We're here because of a Brodie Merrill Hail Mary goal from the other side of the field with 3 seconds left. As Will Manny handled a bounce pass from the far side. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Manny over to the top of the 2-point arc, trying to find Amala. Amala scores! Will Manny trying to connect with Davey Amala all night. He finds him. Top shelf. Cannons are fired up. Crowd at Harvard Stadium going absolutely crazy. Sticks in the air on the field. As Davey Amala off-angle shots gets it past John Galloway. Cannons win 15-14.
You're going to hear it all over Rochester Sports Talk Radio. The Cannons coming into the fourth quarter, no right to win this game. Then all of a sudden, Will Manny, crazy deflection goal to bring them within one. Then all of a sudden, Brodie Merrill, 3 seconds left. 90-yard Hail Mary to send this one into overtime. And right then and there, David Amala sealing the deal. Boston Cannons still perfect at home. And Rochester still winless this season.
If there's a better lacrosse game this year in the NLL, MLL college, I want to be at that because it would be hard to beat this one. Absolutely incredible victory from the Boston Cannons, and you heard it on MLL Radio here. Cannons go 3-1. Win both games on a back-to-back. Rochester remains winless. Brodie Merrill, his first 4 goals of the season, as it turns out. All without Max Sebald. All with Tyler Fiorito getting injured and coming back into the game. solid home debut for Brodie Merrill, if I would say so myself.
I think so.
He did all right.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, just coming out and just really showing up after the MLL season and just having a decent game against Chesapeake. You know, I think at this point, just solid, just beginning of his season.
Cannons win it from Harvard Stadium, their second home victory of the season. We'll be back here next week as the Cannons will face the Ohio Machine. We'll see if it's as good as this one. I don't know, though.
Well, we're going to try to make it good on MLL Radio, but folks, we're at a loss for words. I think we're just going to sign off.
Cannons win 15-14 over the Rochester Rattlers. On the goal from Davey Amala. Story still Brodie Merrill sending it to overtime, though. Signing off on MLL Radio, I'm Marisa Ingemi with James Mattone. Thanks for listening tonight.
You're listening to MLL Radio on TuneIn, powered by Backbone. You are listening to MLL Radio, your source for all things Major League Lacrosse. Whether it's games, highlights, or interviews, no place will keep you more up to date in the world of lacrosse than MLL Radio, the official station for Major League Lacrosse. MLL Radio on TuneIn.